Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Do you wish you could see yourself recording?
Yeah, I do sometimes, honestly.
There you go.
What?
You're the bottom track.
Bet. Let's go. Welcome to episode 4 of Midwest Midcard. I'm the co-host, Brennon,
My name is Carlos.
the
Maybe-
main host.
Maybe next week we just go back to regular.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding.
That worked.
So before we get started, I wanted to make it a habit to kind of remind everyone that if you're listening, thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. Make sure that you tell everyone about it. Make sure that you, if you're on YouTube, that you subscribe to the channel. If you are on Spotify, make sure that you also, I think, subscribe or add to your shows. If you're listening on audio, make sure you do. If you
Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, if you're on Apple Podcasts or Amazon Music. If you are on audio, though, just remember that the video is there on Spotify and YouTube. So a lot of times, this is like a visual experience. So,
But it's also good to listen to.
Yeah.
I actually I listened to the show
mhm.
on Apple Podcasts the other day.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can't. The cool thing about Spotify, and not to be a Spotify mark, is that you can do the video, you can do the audio, and then it kind of picks up wherever you want. So if you're like watching on the video and then you want to lock your phone to like get in your car and drive, then you can do that. But then if you want to go back to just watching your own video, then it's all there.
Yep.
Today we are gonna do just some general wrestling events. No SmackDown notes this week. I don't know that anything crazy happened on SmackDown. And then we're going to break down AEW Dynamite, but also we're going to try to see what we can do to fix it. So I hope
work.
Yeah. I hope you're excited for that.
Gonna be some roasting, man.
Let's just jump right into the wrestling stuff, man. So not many things outside the ring. We actually I was trying to gather things to put for there, but couldn't find a lot. There is one story which I think you brought up.
Yeah, I think I brought it up to you at work.
Sonya Deville. He was arrested on gun charges, and it sounds a lot worse than it actually is. So from what I read, the brief, skimming through the article, she essentially had a weapon, some sort of gun,
To protect herself from like a stalker back in like a few years ago.
this is very recent. It probably is a few years ago at this point, but it is very, very recent.
Yeah.
To the situation was crazy. So like for her being like a little paranoid about it, it's completely understandable.
Absolutely.
Both her and Mandy were like dealing with a stalker. This guy was like in their home. Yeah.
So I didn't read that far into it.
Yeah, and I think he spent like an amount of time in the home.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Man? Maybe he's just a really big Sonya Deville and Mandy Mark. Maybe he just. I
dude,
think that's the problem that we're running into. Yeah.
Do not. Hey, there are places for you to meet these wrestlers, and there are places where you shouldn't meet these wrestlers. If you happen to run into one of them at like the airport or like a store or anything, and like we live in Cincinnati, the chance of us running into John Moxley are actually kind of
Fairly high, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So not trying to dox ourselves or anything.
Time and place for everything, and that guy did not pick the right time or place.
Oh, absolutely not. And so yeah, and then and just as outside of that, I've been like this is outside of wrestling or anything. I just been thinking about like how crazy it is that like this guy that was their stalker, he was clearly not well.
Yeah.
There was something wrong with him.
Yeah, for sure.
But who knows if like he told anybody that he was like, hey, I'm feeling this way, or if anyone noticed that he was like being weird, because that's not what a normal person does. A normal person doesn't go into somebody's house.
No.
So
And she don't have like. I'm sure they found out about like cameras and shit. But like,
yeah, but just know that if somebody's acting weird, if something's going on, just see if something's going on, and if you yourself are going through something, make sure you tell somebody, so that you don't in a situation where somebody feels the need to like have like a weapon, on their person at all times.
Absolutely. I mean, if you feel uncomfortable, speak up. Say
absolutely.
something, don't be scared.
Yeah.
Because shit can happen and people are fucking crazy, man.
And going back to the actual like news. So she was in New Jersey, and New Jersey has pretty strict gun laws. I think I'm pretty sure they're a blue state, so the gun laws are gonna be way different than they are in Florida, where I assume she purchased it since they're Florida based, and in Florida there's no rules.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about anything in Florida.
Yeah.
So
Florida's pretty sweet.
So yeah. So as far as that, of course, that's something that
We obviously won't be seeing her in WWE anytime soon.
well, I think
That I would think. If she gets arrested on a gun charge, I don't know how WWE's policy is on that, to be honest with you. But
I definitely think that they would give her a break, especially for the nature of the situation.
yeah,
Of course, you didn't have the proper documentation for it. If you broke the law, whatever.
yeah.
I'm not really like about that, like following the law. But
He's a Judas Priest.
no, but I am a rule respecter for the most part. If I don't have to get in trouble, I won't. So she'll make it out of this. She'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
The only other thing, I saw this like literally right before we were about to record, and I wanted to show you this. It's pretty wild. Gonna pop up the picture in picture for the audio listeners. We are about to watch a crazy video. So this is just captioned "Why." Wrestling News shared it. This is from today. But I saw the video. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then he just lays in the fire.
Yeah. So this dude, he essentially just gorilla presses this other dude that's already on fire onto a table and completely misses it. Like he doesn't even come close to it.
That dude that put him out, he looked up at the guy that was in the ring like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
And I think
Look at him. Bro, what a pass.
I'm trying to figure out the promotion. What is this? Oh, sorry. Let me mute this so loud. Where is this? I mean, it could be like a death match. It could be like.
Does it have it in like the comments or anything, or
I don't know.
why the ref lighting him on? Why was the ref lighting him on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can count the
Oh,
potato.
that's not fun.
Oh, yeah, that's not even funny actually. Yeah.
Is this the AEW training facility? That is so funny.
Damn.
That's pretty funny.
Literally.
I'm trying to think. I don't see the promotion.
It's probably just somebody's garage and they just like handed out flyers and was like, "Yo, we got some crazy shit going on, man."
I don't think it's GCW.
No, definitely not.
This is like. I mean, if it ends up being GCW, I wouldn't be surprised, man. Like, as far as like carnies in wrestling, GCW is a place to find. Man, I'm sorry, and I like watching GCW.
It says not an extinguisher in sight. Yeah, straight up.
And I like watching GCW, but like, come on, man.
Oh man, it said for $5 and a ham sandwich, you can get this type of action anywhere.
Yeah, I mean that's wild. I just wanted to show you that.
Bro, people are crazy, man.
I just and like I wouldn't agree to this spot. This is ridiculous.
No, it's on concrete floors.
Yeah, and then like you're on fire already. Like you're on fire. That's where you should leave it.
You're at least like 8.5 foot in the air with this guy holding you on his shoulders, launching you out of the ring while the ref is lighting your ass on fire, while the table is 15 feet away.
Also, ref,
how'd they practice this spot?
Listen, hey, ref, take control of this match. What are you doing?
Have a fucking fire extinguisher, man.
Anyway, that was wild. We could go on about that forever.
Jesus.
So did you watch a lot of? So again, no SmackDown notes. I'm sorry. It's hard to keep up with the events because we're on Thursday today recording, and then like I try to get this on Saturday in the morning. So by the time that comes out, like whatever happened on SmackDown last week, it's old news. So
yeah, for sure.
But Raw happened, of course. Not a super eventful Raw.
No.
I'm not a big fan of. I was not a big fan of that Raw. I think it had some solid action. But that's pretty much it. Did you Do you have any general thoughts on Raw? I mean, obviously I have the
Just WrestleMania is right around the corner, so I just think we're all just kind of just spinning our wheels, just waiting on it right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm at. But I don't know. I can't remember other WrestleMania like builds where they were essentially just like, we'll just get to WrestleMania, you know.
We're just clicking our heels till we get there. Yeah, no, nothing. I mean, if I have anything to say, it's it's a random ass match that Brock and Omos are gonna be fighting. You know what I mean? So like,
we'll get there, and I brought it up last week, but just real quick, Jimmy and Solo opened the show. They said we're good, Bloodline's good. Don't worry about the Bloodline. Which, I mean, he's lying, but he's just trying to blow smoke.
He's blowing smoke, man. You got Cody coming for your neck. You got Jay not on your side. You got
Sammy. You got Kevin.
Sammy. You got Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, they got a lot to deal with.
The Bloodline is not in good favor right now.
Oh no. Montez and Dawkins came out. It's weird that we went from like Montez having this like great match and like great like spotlight on him during the Chamber, and now he's like right back to being in the tag team.
It's just like they don't know what to do with him right now, and it's just sad because that dude is talented.
And I like Dawkins. Dawkins is great, but Montez Ford is clearly a standout. And I'm not saying they should break up. They can still be partners, but just let one of them kind of take the wheel for a little bit.
Yeah, man.
They had a match. It was a solid match. Again, nothing really crazy to report. This was also a great match. Cody Rhodes versus Chad Gable. Gable is fantastic in the ring. He's solid. He's about as good as any guy. He's pretty freaking strong. If you didn't watch it, go watch at least a little bit of it. If you can watch the whole thing, then great. There was a really cool spot. It was like he had like Cody on his back, and he was like looking up, and then like he like threw him and like dropped him into like a DDT.
Oh yeah. That was nasty.
It was pretty cool. Gable is like, he's stronger than any guy in that roster.
Bro, that dude's a beast. I like that Cody is fighting.
Yeah, he's like building his wins.
Absolutely. I mean, he was out for a little while, so he's got to catch his his groove back in the ring. So, which is cool. But Roman, you ain't doing that.
That's true.
Where you been at, boy?
That's true. That's a good thing to bring up, man. I didn't even think of that.
He ain't been there.
Getting the reps in is pretty important, especially this close to Mania. I guess you don't want to risk getting hurt, but I don't know, man. I guess
he wrestled Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell match with a torn
pectoral
muscle.
Yeah.
It looked like he got hit by a car. And how did he tear his pec? I'm lost on that.
So he was working out.
Okay.
I've heard this story. He told the story on the Impulsive with Logan Paul. I'm gonna retell it, and I'm not gonna do it justice. But he said he went there. He was about to do like a bench press, like a heavy bench press. He saw another guy, and he was just like essentially just like dig measuring. He saw another guy. He was like kind of like he had that look. He said he did one of this. And for the audio listeners, I'm doing like the simplest stretch ever.
Yeah.
Didn't stretch, got on the bench, lifted way heavy. And he said that as soon as he picked it up, he just felt it like,
oh man,
come off right off the bone.
Silly boy.
And he hurt himself. The weight fell off the bar. The dude that he was looking at, he was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?"
Hey Cody, are you all right?
So pretty embarrassing moment for Cody for sure. Yeah, it was, and it's silly. Like if you're gonna work out, if you're gonna do something crazy like that, make sure you stretch.
Be careful, man.
Stretching is so important.
You believe it or not? So like when I go to play basketball, or something, I never ever stretch.
You need to stretch, man.
I'm telling you, I am better when I don't stretch.
No, you're gonna get hurt.
I've never been hurt,
especially at this. Like
I'm past my prime. What are you saying? I'm old now.
Well, being
he said I'm 37.
Being 47 is tough, man. So your bones are not what they used to be. Your muscles are not what they used to be. No, and like you're not actually old, but I mean, a little bit. But yeah, man, it's just easy to get hurt. Even like and this I could not. There's nothing that I could have done to prevent it. But like I broke my leg, and I broke my leg on like a simple fall. It wasn't.
That's pretty wild, man.
It wasn't like I was doing like something crazy. I just fell and I just broke part of my leg. That's
to all the audio listeners at home. He was running and he fell in a hole, and he broke his leg.
I did break my leg. This is pretty recent. I mean, I'm good now. Yeah, I mean, I'm good. I've been running. Yeah, it's crazy, but I mean, it can happen to anybody. So whatever you can do to prevent getting hurt, just
absolutely.
Do. So Cody was being stupid. He got hurt.
Just being real. Yeah, you're being stupid, Cody.
Yeah. And he admitted it. Cody called out Roman after the match. He said, "Roman's gonna be on SmackDown. Well, I'm gonna be on SmackDown. What do you know?" So the face off is gonna come. It's gonna happen. They're gonna face off. Are they gonna fight? I mean, I don't know.
Hope
we'll
not.
See.
I don't even want them to face off. I know we talked about it last week, but I'm telling you, man, that if they just see each other at WrestleMania for the first time, ooh.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna be the case now. You can still keep them apart, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like Cody on the stage, Roman on the ring, or vice versa.
Yeah, vice versa.
Like that.
Either way, they will speak words to each other before Mania.
Oh yeah.
Which is cool. I dig it.
So this is kind of interesting. We can kind of break this down. But Bray Wyatt, so Bobby Lashley had a match, and then after the match, the thing of note that happened is that this Muscle Man video played from Bray. He was like trying to like intimidate Lashley, doing some spooky stuff, and the response online was not very positive.
Bray getting some hate.
Yeah. And I kind of see it. I have a couple of tweets that I pulled up. This from John Alba. I'm feeling major Bray Wyatt fatigue. It's disappointing that with the big viral re-debut, a short story out of nowhere with Bobby Lashley with no real rhyme or reason is the best that could be drawn up to WrestleMania. No disrespect to either, but it's weak creative.
Straight up, I completely agree. It's so random.
It's very out of the blue. And then, I mean, with this and the Brock thing, here's another one. Bray Wyatt's return has truly produced some of the worst shit I've seen in wrestling. Non-coherent, long nonsense. This from at Patrick the Heel. And then...
I mean, they're spinning their wheels with him, man. They don't know what to do with him. His character is just... It's, him as a wrestler,
He's just a spooky guy, man.
He's just a spooky guy.
This dude said, Bray Wyatt, it's time to get your CDL. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, man, that's great.
I can't show the clip because it's a WWE clip and they're going to...
Give us with the copyright, man.
Yeah. Whatever, man.
Whatever. We're literally supporting.
But I can show fan clips, okay? You can't stop me from that.
Yeah.
And if you can't stop me, then I guess I'll learn the hard way.
We just won't do it anymore after that.
Yeah, so how are you feeling about Bray? Like, for real, like, just...
He's spinning. They're spinning. WWE does not know what to do with him right now. Like, yeah, whoever wins, between Brock and Bobby Lashley, I'm gonna face you. Like, what do you have anything to do with them, man? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, create a story that is meaningful for the guy. He came back, and he has no idea what's going on yet.
It's also like he's not like a new guy either, so he's got stories with other people in the company.
He's faced the Undertaker before, man.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm not saying that bringing back Taker, but like
big goat move.
He's got already like a history with like Braun Strowman, for example. He's got a history with like John Cena, of course. He's got a history with like a lot of people.
Yeah, some goats, man. I mean, do we have even figured out how this Howdy guy is?
Oh, the Uncle Howdy reveal is coming, man.
Okay.
I don't know if WrestleMania's it. I have a theory. Can I give you my theory?
Give us your Austin theory, bro.
So, this is stupid. And, okay, if I'm right, then I'm like a genius. I'm going to be wrong, but it's okay. Switchblade, Jay White, okay? So, I have a theory that Switchblade, Jay White... He's not even signed to WWE. He is close to being done with New Japan, it looks like. He is very, very talented guy.
I really like this guy.
They need to find a way to bring him in. And I say, hey, he's got a beard. He's got a big coat. So
He's got muscles. He's got nice hair.
So I said, well, why couldn't he be Uncle Howdy, man? Do you think?
That's what you came up with?
Yes, that's what I came up with.
That's a stretch, Armstrong, if I ever seen one.
Hey, man, I'm telling you.
But I'm telling you, man, it's got to be
Bo Dallas?
Bo Dallas.
I think that's the obvious, like...
That's the obvious. Oh, if it's that guy.
Kevin Thorne?
Kevin Thorne, I'm going to lose my shit.
I know, you're a big WWE ECW mark.
Let's go, wearing the Sandman shirt.
You're wearing the Sandman
Let's
shirt.
go.
Brother, if Jay White is set to be Uncle Howdy, you're going to be like...
Bro, I don't even know what I would do, honestly. For a minute, honestly, I thought it was Malachi Black.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a different company, man.
He just switching companies back and forth.
So they confirmed MVP had a Brock on the VIP lounge, and he confirmed that they're having the match. So, I mean...
Alrighty, whatever works, man.
Is that a good idea? I don't know. Probably not.
It's a little weird, but I don't make the rules.
So, the streets are saying that this is Vince's idea. Like, Vince is the one that pushed for it.
He's back in creative, I think. If I remember, if I've seen it.
I don't know. He might be.
Listen, brother. It's time to hang it up.
Yeah, it's time to hang it up.
It is, man.
Hey, it's time to smoke that Vince back, man.
You are, you made my childhood what it was, and I really appreciate you for that. But your time is up, and Triple H's time is now.
Yeah, you gotta respect the boy. You gotta let Paul run the show, man.
Yep,
it's time to just let it go.
It is.
It's too far. Like, you clearly have no idea, like, what fans want today. Maybe you had idea. You know what? I even see people today be like, the Attitude Era wasn't that good, which you could argue for hotshot, like, title reigns and all kinds of stuff, that maybe the Attitude Era wasn't that good. And you could argue that the coolest things in the Attitude Era happened in like a 6 month span.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just, I love the Attitude Era, but I love the Ruthless Aggression Era as well.
Yeah.
Maybe if we were to somehow just go back in a time loop and just live that as people did, maybe we would think the same as people think today.
It might feel different.
Maybe it's just the nostalgia factor that's playing a part.
I definitely think that people in the Attitude Era were like, oh, I miss those days of Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man.
Yeah, absolutely. Golden Era, man.
I think that whenever Golden Era was around, somebody was like, man, what happened to Bruno Sammartino and Bob Backlund?
Oh, yeah. It's just generational.
Yeah,
it just happens
I'm
that
sure
way.
that, like, new generation people were like, oh, I miss Hulk Hogan. And then when the Attitude Era came in, they're like, I miss having Bret Hart as the champion. Or like something.
And then the new era, people are like, I miss John Cena.
Yeah.
Like...
It's gonna keep happening.
It's just the circle of life, man. That's just how it goes.
But anyway, Vince, it's time to hang it up. You're done, And last but not least, biggest moment of the night.
Let's go.
Becky and Lita, they beat Io Sky and Dakota Kai from Damage Control. Trish returned. Trish Stratus.
Oh, didn't I called that?
Yeah, she's looking good. Okay, Trish looks great. She came out to lay out Bailey, so she stops interfering. And they beat him.
Is their name really Beckstream?
I think they said it on they did like a little like picture session, and they were like Team Beckstream. It's a dumb name, it's whatever.
That's just stupid as hell.
It's hard to come up with a name.
It is, man.
And the only thing that I want to share is that Seth he ran out to congratulate.
Oh yeah,
Becky.
after the show, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
man. Good for him. He doesn't ever help her in any other situation.
Yeah, only when she's winning, he's like, all right, I'm out here.
That's my wife.
This might not be from the Public Enemies, but they shared the video, so shout out to them. He's running out, and he gave her a big old hug.
Congrats, you won the tag team titles. I didn't even do this when you won the WWE Women's title.
I don't think they were married then.
Oh, for real?
I don't know.
If you were, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Becky. Sorry, Seth. Yeah, he ran out to give her a big old hug, and
Either way, it's a good moment.
yeah, it's nice that he's doing that for his
Spouse.
wife. Yeah. So, I mean, as far as that, of course, the tag team championships are just they're kind of whatever for the win. They just don't have a real division. So, giving them to Lita and Becky, it's fine. It's just like a kind of like a shocking victory. I assume they're gonna do like a 3-on-3 at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Trish, Lita, and Becky versus Damage Control. So,
And it's going to be weird to see who wins that because, like, I mean, Lita's technically retired.
Lita, yeah, I mean,
so
she's a champion now.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
She's a tag team
She's
champion.
got to lose it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like she just made her comeback. But, I mean, Lita, you're my favorite diva wrestler of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You're the GOAT. Other than Mae Young. Shout out to Mae Young.
She dead?
She ain't dead yet, but when she dies.
Is she dead?
No, yeah, she's dead.
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say.
Bro, that's the toughest 80-year-old I ever seen in my life, bro. She
Rest
was
in
going
peace,
through
man.
tables, giving birth to hands from Mark Henry, bro. Like, literally, who does that shit, man?
Man, rest in peace, Mae Young. We miss you.
We do.
Now here's the meat and potatoes of the show.
Yummy, yummy.
We are so AEW. I wanted to kind of go over the show, and then we're gonna find ways to make AEW better.
We got this.
I don't want to quote.
AW, if you're watching this, sign us for writing. We got this.
Creative.
Telling you, man.
No, man, do not.
Listen, Tony Khan.
We are completely underqualified. Just real quick, some results. John Moxley cut a promo on Hanger. John Moxley promo, you already know. I'm crazy. You don't know what pain is like.
I'm going to bleed everywhere, and then I'm going to make you taste my own blood.
Yeah, and I'm like currently like losing crazy amounts of blood.
Every single show.
They're having a Texas death match. From my memory of Texas death matches, my boy Lance Archer, he's been in two. I think he's been involved in all of them actually. He may have been involved in all of the ones from AEW against John Moxley and against Hangman Page. I'm pretty sure. So Moxley and Hangman are having one. This is the first time that the match is ending the feud, which I assume this is the last one in the feud. Now,
Wow.
If there's another one, if Moxley and Hangman have another match, then I mean I don't know where you go from here. Like, do you have a
the
Hell in a
Texas
Cell?
death match? Yeah, I know. Like, it's Texas death match. You fight till the death. I mean, as it's in
Right.
the name. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, I would say this has to be the last one. But what do I know?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of, starts with a singles match, go into like a no DQ, and then you can do the death match. Or like, of course, like past feuds, they do two singles, Hell in a Cell, or
Last man standing.
yeah, something like that. But like, so if they have another match, then
Didn't John Moxley? Wasn't he involved in like an exploding barbed wire match?
yeah, with Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega.
That was also
okay.
ending the feud, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Match was good. The ending was not good.
There's like a figure set based on that match, actually.
On the exploding the barbed
yeah,
wire.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a big figure, Mark, so he can tell you all about that.
as you can tell.
Yeah, for the audio listeners, on the set, we got a ton of guys just hanging out here, being part of the set.
Got the boys with us.
They had the Revolution ladder match where they have to grab the Sonic power ring that's hanging. Willie Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs, whatever you want to call him. He won. He will face Samoa Joe. Joe was on commentary. What's going on there?
But I didn't realize his hands popped out.
Oh, for the audio listeners, he's playing with a. Oh, is this
Drew McIntyre.
Drew
bro.
McIntyre figure? He just popped the hand.
And while we're in this, what the hell is Drew McIntyre's logo?
What?
It's a lion, like a lion thing, man. It's like the most generic.
Yeah, man. There's
Logo
lions
of
in
all
wrestling.
time.
Is this really like a pressing issue. I'm just kidding.
It just solidifies my not like for Drew McIntyre.
I'm sorry for the Drew McIntyre hate. I mean, lions and skulls are probably the biggest motifs in wrestling.
Stone Cold's the only one that make a skull look cool.
Yeah, but like everyone has a skull. Like look at any new like indie guys. Like after they break away from WWE, their first shirt is always like some sort of skull. Just watch.
No one now. That's fair though. That makes sense.
I'm trying to think. Like I know for sure like Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona. He did that. He's got
skulls.
a skull. Yeah.
They got skulls, yeah.
Vince knows what he's talking about sometimes, okay? That's why he doesn't let people look the same. During the Revolution ladder match, our boy Commander, he was there.
We saw him at the GCW
We
show.
seen him at GCW. We saw him up
Hell
close.
of a match.
I'll try to put a clip of him while we you know, I only got like a couple of short clips, but you'll see it on the screen somewhere if you're watching on the video. Commander, he does this spot where he runs the tightrope, and then he goes like from one side of the ring to the other side.
Yeah.
Now you got to think about indie rings are 16 by 16.
Yep.
Sometimes 14 by 14.
Sometimes, yeah.
WWE and AEW rings are 20 by 20.
That's
That's a big stretch.
that's I mean, if you're going by that, that's like what 16 extra feet if you go by square.
I mean, I don't
My
know.
math might be wrong. Just don't pay attention to me, but it sounds right.
But so yeah, those 20 by 20 rings are gigantic. So he did the tightrope spot. He ran across the whole thing, and Commander is a cool guy to watch.
Mad talent.
Now, I'm trying. I didn't watch Rey coming up. So like whenever a luchador comes up, they're like, oh, next Rey Mysterio. Commander has everything to be like Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio, outside of being a great luchador, he was also a great, like very charismatic, with or without the mask.
Crowd loved him either way, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
know he tried to be a bad guy there for a minute in WCW.
but he was still so cool.
But he was just, I always think of the clip whenever, Kevin Nash made him take off the mask.
Oh my gosh.
And he was just like, oh, you're a little baby.
He was young.
Bro, man, he looked so young.
Yeah, I think that, but I even think that benefited Ray greatly. I don't think he may realize it. I don't think people in general realize how much he benefited from taking the mask off, because he essentially took a chance on himself. Obviously, dumb decision to take the mask. That was stupid.
Yeah, man.
You had like the most marketable like luchador ever in your hands, and you decided to take his mask off. Like, only in WCW, man.
Fucking Eric Bischoff, man.
Only in WCW, man.
Some WCW ass booking.
Yeah, only WCW would do that. I didn't watch this match, so I'm sure it was a good match. The Elite actually lost the title, their trios titles, to the House of Black.
Yeah, man.
Brody. I can't remember his name. Well, I know it's Brody. It's of course Malachi Black, and then Buddy Buddy Murphy. I'm sorry, I don't remember. I'm only remembering their freaking their other names. I can't remember their actual names. So House of Black, they won. They're the trios champions. The trios titles to me have always felt like a vanity like title for the Elite.
Yeah. It's a cool idea to, have a trios title. WWE never had that. So, I mean, I do like the idea of it, but it's just kind of just like, it just feels like a filler spot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, hey, we have a good idea here. Let's just run with this.
Yeah.
Until it just gets old. But, no, I do like the House of Black one. Whenever I watch their segment after they won the titles, they did look good with the titles.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a good fit for them as of right now. So.
Yeah, I mean, the visual is important.
Absolutely.
And they are a cool team. I like them. And Julia Hart is their newer member. She's doing great things there. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. We'll see if they beef up the trios division a little bit more. They at some point, they had a ton of them, but then everyone started breaking up. Of course, like Jurassic Express, like Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus and Christian Cage, they're not really like a thing anymore. They're of course Christian. To go into the next thing, Christian cut a promo on Jack Perry, Another great Christian promo.
He slays the mic, bro.
He's incredible. Sometimes I think he's better than Edge.
Bro, heel Christian can shit on people.
Yeah, he can spit for sure. And then Jungle Boy dug a grave for Christian Cage, and it had the tombstone with Christian Cage on it.
So random, though. Like, okay.
So they're having their match. This feud has been going forever, and it's been like injuries and start and stop. It's just been kind of whatever. I'm not super excited about that, but it's Christian is great, so I'm always down for seeing Christian on my TV.
Yeah.
This tag team battle royal was freaking stinker, terrible, man, awful, boring. I don't know if you watched it or not.
No.
The tag team battle royal is it was boring. It was stupid. It had a lot of good teams. Orange Cassidy and Danhausen won. Orange Cassidy had a match before, and he got hurt. He had a match against Big Cass.
Big Cass, yep.
Yeah, and he got hurt during the match. And guess what he did? He won, and he won the freaking tag team battle royal.
Yep.
Orange Cassidy and Danhausen are not really even a tag team. And while I was watching the match with my family, I was like, something that bothers me about tag teams is if you're a tag team, wear matching gear.
Yep.
Like, it's the easiest way to identify that you're a team.
Like, hey, I think those guys are a tag team.
Yeah, just wear the same colors. Aussie Open was in the match. They look great, matching gear, and they freaking lost. And it's not like they're going one-on-one with the Guns, the champions. They're having a fatal 4-way. So whatever, it was stupid. I really don't like Orange Cassidy, and I say that wrestling is a variety show, but Orange Cassidy not my cup of tea.
Nah,
I do not like it.
Some WCW ass booking.
And the last segment, Bryan Danielson, great promo.
But they had to cut his mic.
Yeah, it's because he said, "You're gonna get your fucking head kicked."
Yeah, man. I was like, oh, but so me being the I guess realist that I could say that I am. It was very planned.
Mm-hmm.
They was just like they cut it off, and then he said it. It was just like it just didn't feel like it was like legit to me.
Well, so TV does get 15 seconds.
Okay.
So they do something, and then they have essentially whoever's in their production truck has 15 seconds to do something about it.
Gotcha.
Because the European feeds picked up the actual.
So how did MJF get away with it?
He didn't.
Oh, so it didn't.
Not on the American feed, no.
Okay.
Yeah, on everyone that has the clip of him from the European.
All right.
I guess I don't know if censors work differently or if they're
just
like
don't
watching
censor
it. They're someone's in the production truck watching it and they're like, oh. They're like scrambling.
He said fuck. Here we go. Oh shit.
But yeah. Now we got some. Let's go through the Revolution card. Revolution is this Sunday.
Let's go. We're still going in on it, right?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna split the cost.
Facts.
I'm just spoiled by Peacock and the WWE Network.
Yeah, man, $5 you get all the
everything
and everything,
and
man.
The classic content.
Literally.
It's nuts, actually.
I think that when the WWE Network was there, there was more classic content. Mm-hmm. But I'm happy with what's on there. Yeah,
they still got a lot of stuff that I enjoy, and I'm not watching All-Star Wrestling from 1965.
Yeah, Bash at the Beach.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, a lot of stuff is really good, but I'm just not watching that stuff. Nothing.
So where was the fallout of WWE Network? What happened?
They just sold the rights to
okay, gotcha. Okay,
they were willing to pay for it, and they just sold.
They cut the cost by 50%. So good looking out.
So just some quick predictions. So we got. Let's see.
Start from the bottom.
Yeah, so we got the Fatal 4-Way or whatever. I think they just call it a 4-Way in AEW. Tag Team Championships, the Guns, which is Billy Gunn's children. The Acclaimed, which is Max Caster and Bowens. Jay Lethal and the Last Outlaw, Double J, JEFFJARRET, Jeff Jarrett.
Let's go.
And then Orange Cassidy and Danhausen that won the match. What do you think? Do you think the champions
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah,
keep the
they'll
title?
retain. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
be okay with that.
Chris Jericho versus Ricky Starks.
I mean, okay. So being honest, I love Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
But I think I'd like to see Ricky Starks pick up the victory here.
I think Jericho has nothing to lose from this. So, I don't think that, his momentum goes away. Ricky needs to win.
Jericho's been catching dubs, though. He has been winning.
I'm probably going to say Ricky, too. I think that's a fair prediction, but who knows?
Yeah.
The JAS is not involved, of course, so that could make a difference.
Jobbers all season.
AEW TNT Championship. Samoa Joe versus it says Wardlow here. Is it Wardlow? I guess it is Wardlow.
Yeah.
I assume the Willie Hobbs is gonna face him at a future time. So Joe and Wardlow.
I mean, so I want Samoa Joe to win,
Mhm.
but in the past few AEW episodes, Wardlow's been getting a real babyface push.
Yeah.
He cut his hair.
Yeah.
He's got the look going for him right now.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Wardlow did pick up this victory for real.
I think he has more to win from it, and Wardlow and Hobbs, that'll be a match, man.
Oh man, absolutely.
Two big hosses.
Two big boys. Big old junker boys.
So Christian Cage and Jungle Boy, which I assume is gonna also finish the feud.
Yeah, we'll see.
Once and for all.
Christian Cage.
Do you think Cage is gonna beat Jungle Boy?
Yeah, I do, man.
Really? I'm gonna take Jungle Boy in this
All
one,
right,
man.
all right.
I think Jungle Boy is gonna beat Christian.
Hell yeah.
AEW Women's Championship: Jamie Hayter, Saraya, and then Ruby Soho. I don't want to see Saraya or Ruby Soho win.
I wouldn't mind to see Saraya win.
Yeah, you think that she's ready for the title?
Yeah.
It's been weird, man. They swear and promise up and down that she's good. She can wrestle. Nothing's gonna happen. She's not gonna be hurt forever. But her matches have been kind of
slow.
Yeah, and she just seems protected. I don't know if you watched her before.
It doesn't feel natural.
There's something off.
Yeah.
You think Saraya wins this one?
Yeah, I would like to see that. Yeah.
I'm gonna
because they just came back and then she's just not gonna get anything out of it besides just being back.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where when CM Punk came back, it seemed like a no-brainer to put the title on.
Absolutely, and she was women's champion over in the WWE. So I mean,
Divas champion, Divas champion, then NXT Women's champion, at the same time.
Give it to her.
I think Jamie Hayter retains, honestly. I guess the Elite and the House of Black are having a rematch.
Let's go House
according
of Black.
to this. Yeah, House of Black retains. I have no idea what's going on with the Elite. Apparently, Kenny Omega may be done with AEW. If he is, then if he ends up in WWE, if he goes back to Japan, we'll see. But House of Black, no-brainer right there.
Absolutely.
So what I would consider the two main events: John Moxley versus Hangman Page, Texas Death Match. Who do you think wins?
John Moxley.
You think John Moxley's got this one?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure, man.
I think Hangman Page is gonna win this one.
Okay.
He's got a lot of momentum to build up. He's ever since the CM Punk stuff, he's just been losing and losing and losing. He got injured, he got knocked out by John Moxley.
He's just been mid-carding kind of.
Yeah, for the most part.
I mean, I see what you mean, but I just got to root for the hometown boy.
I'm going to take Hangman on this one. And then we got 60-minute Iron Man match.
Main event.
MJF versus Bryan Danielson.
You know how I feel about MJF.
Yeah.
I love the guy. But he's getting a little wore out. He's a little burnt out. Not him per se, but what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. The act is getting tired.
The act is getting tired.
I think
so 100%. I'm going Bryan Danielson on
really?
This. I really am.
The fatigue is real, man. It's crazy. It's weird. Because I'm not trying to be regular internet fan. I'm not trying to be like a freaking mark like everyone else and be like MJF sucks now because he's not doing what I want him to do or whatever, or he's boring. But yeah, it just doesn't feel like it felt.
When he originally won it.
Well, not even when he won it, but like right before with like the CM Punk stuff, and then him like cutting that promo on the shoot promo on Tony Khan, and getting fired, and then coming back, and then winning the title. Like
even when he cut on William Regal and John Moxley at the show we were at, like
that was yeah.
Like that, it felt different then. It did.
I definitely
pineapples.
I'm good. I think MJF retains still, just by like some shenanigans, most likely. Do you have prediction for the score? Do you think it's gonna be like a clean like 1-0?
Ooh, okay, all right. Do
you think like a
let's see
4-3 something like that? They've never had an Iron Man match that's like lopsided.
Brain blast. Okay, let's see. Man, I'm gonna go. Trying to give like an accurate one. Yeah. Let's go 2-1.
2-1.
Bryan Danielson.
Okay, I am gonna say 1-0. And I'm gonna say MJF wins.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna be able to get the pin. Now he's gotta get his cardio up. I don't know that I've seen MJF obviously great in the ring. 60 minutes. It's a long time.
Match, man.
Yeah. I mean, like the longer matches go for like 25, 30 minutes, an hour, and this is not a Royal Rumble where you can just like hang out on the sidelines.
That's why they're gonna have to be coming up with shit like on the spot, man, in this match.
And I'm sure there's gonna be 1 or 2 stoppages to like for whatever.
Yeah.
So 60 minutes, man. This show is gonna end late.
Oh man, we're gonna be up late. Yeah. It's on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, we ain't going to work.
So as far as like the card, this is not the strongest show in my opinion, and I kind of wanted to like go over some like AEW stuff, man, and what AEW does right, what they do wrong, and what can they do.
Absolutely, yep.
Is there all right? So my crazy bold prediction is that they don't make it like 2 more years. Now that's I hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
But if they continue with this trend, advertisers like him, and it seems like they're still making money, but it's just that like right now WWE is just getting kind of hot.
Oh yeah.
The Triple H change clearly benefited them a lot.
Absolutely, man. Big time.
As far as I have a list of things that they do good, things they do bad. So let's just go over some good stuff. So, good things: Jon Moxley,
absolutely;
Chris Jericho,
absolutely;
Bryan Danielson,
absolutely;
Christian Cage,
absolutely;
and of course MJF.
For sure.
A big part of that is WWE guys. Now, does that have
1, 2, 3, 4 out of those 5 guys are ex-WWE?
Do you think that's just TV experience? Of course, Christian Cage is like a veteran, so like he's a pro and he's like one of the best to ever do it. Whether you like it or not, Christian is great. Yeah, he's fantastic.
He's a low-key GOAT.
Outside of that, I mean, I guess they are all veterans at this. Chris Jericho is like also another like all-timer.
Absolutely.
And they are all completely very solid, very entertaining. Every week, you tune in to see those guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Homegrown talent. AEW has a tough,
MJF's the newest guy there.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, Hangman is popular, and I think Kenny Omega and the Bucks are popular too, but they're just not in the level of the other guys. And you could say, well, these other guys have been on TV for 10 years because any of those 4 guys that I mentioned,
Jericho, Christian Cage, Bryan Danielson,
they've all been on TV
wrestling
for longer than 10 years.
Let's see, Chris Jericho
since
WCW,
probably since the 80s. Christian Cage probably since mid 90s. Danielson's early 2000s.
Yeah, he was in the Attitude Era.
Moxley, probably 2005. So like they're all very experienced. Like I said, they all have like probably over like 40 years of like TV experience. So there's a reason why they're so good. And I think that whatever they bring to a table is not like rubbing off on like everyone else there.
Yeah, absolutely.
At times AEW feels like a high production like independent show.
Yeah, it does. It feels like a little like a show that we would just go to.
Yeah, and like when I go see like a Revolver show or like a GCW show or like any like local like indie.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to see like a cool, like a fun match, and the story doesn't really matter that as much because it's just like, I mean, I don't watch this every week. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
man. Exactly.
I don't know every character.
No,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm there to see matches, for the most part. But when you're watching a weekly show, like, and AEW has a lot of great matches every week. There's fantastic matches, and any given week there will be one AEW match that will rank very highly on like.
And there will be blood every single show. Every show.
That's another.
You're gonna hear something bleep out. You're gonna see blood.
And blood, I think that it's a nice thing to have at least. Is it used excessively? Sometimes, but it's good to have it on your back pocket if you need it.
Absolutely, man. It makes it seem more. I mean, realer.
Yeah, it gives it like a nice degree of like danger, and it brings you back to like those like Attitude Era, like Raws, where
it feels good to see it, which is sick. You people are sick.
You people are sick. So I mean, there's a lot of good in AEW. There was a time where I was legitimately enjoying AEW way more than WWE.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably around like WrestleMania last year. I was not feeling WWE that much. And
WrestleMania last year, just after WrestleMania last year happened, the WWE just kind of went.
Yeah.
Shot.
But yeah,
shot
right
up.
before that, so like something switched. Well, we know what switched, but like the mentality over there, it seems like everything kind of switched. They wrote back, Cody made a huge difference. There's a lot of things that they changed that have been for the better, for sure. And then in AEW, from that point, they had really hot stories, but then there's a lot of like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, man. Spinning our wheels.
As far as like bad things, I don't have like a huge list. But
it's just wild because, they were really hot for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter what, you're going to be number 2 to WWE.
And I think that's kind of they just have to settle into that.
Yeah.
And just have a solid show.
They got to accept that.
Yeah. And being the alternative, there's nothing wrong with, I think, anyway. And I think that they try really hard to settle into that, but then they just fall into like old habits really quickly.
Yeah, man.
As far as bad things, women's division needs like a complete like revamp. I can't remember a women's segment like any day of the week.
Defund the women's division.
No, you have to like give it more funding. So the presentation of the overall show, I like the way it looks, but I know everyone's not a fan. They recently changed the stage, which was huge improvement.
Absolutely.
But my wife brought up, it's like WWE looks really clean. It has like all these LED screens. It looks like a high production. Yes. And I think that when you're competing with WWE, it's hard not to compare them in that regard. Sure, you want to be different, but also like look at how expensive this looks compared to like how sometimes cheap it may look.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I mean that's definitely like a thing. And again, I love the new stage. I think the new stage is like one of like the better things.
It's solid. Yeah,
it looks great, and I like the new colors. There's a lot of stories where they don't follow through. It just kind of ends.
They just kind of fall off.
Yeah, and which WWE has that problem very often. Under Vince, there was a lot of like start a story and the next week the person's fired.
See the pattern we're going here with here, Vince.
That was a Vince issue for sure, and I think that more recently AEW is falling into that. The All Out thing where like CM Punk got into like a altercation with the Elite, of course, was not beneficial for anybody. And
absolutely not.
I don't think that they reacted very like properly to that. I think that there were easier. It was a tough situation for sure, but in storyline, the handling of it was kind of just We'll have a tournament. Who cares?
Let's just figure something out because we
Yeah.
don't have anything else to do right now.
Right.
But also, a big fallout right now for AEW is not having CM Punk there.
Oh yeah,
He was, a giant reason as to why people tuned in to watch.
that was their biggest star.
It was.
Whatever way you want to look at it, CM Punk was their biggest star. Chris Jericho is a household name.
John Moxley,
Sure, he can be a household name.
MJF is, is a character in itself, but CM Punk just has this, this feel to him. CM Punk is ratings. He is ratings, man.
He has a presence to him that is lacking for sure.
Absolutely.
So, I agree. They need CM Punk back. I hope he comes back in one way or the other. It sucks that it ended the way it did.
Yeah,
I think he had more to give, and I think that
bad blood.
He came back to end his career on his terms, and it just ended the same way.
Yeah, man.
So, and I'm a Punk guy, so as far as like the stories that AEW presents, they'll start something and then like it seems like it's not working, and then they don't know how to drop it. Like the complete opposite of dropping it too quickly. Sometimes they don't know when to drop something. It's
just
like
hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
Just holding on to the flame that's burning them.
There's some things that it's like, oh, we're still like Eddie Kingston and Ortiz. I feel like they feuded forever, and it just came and went and came and went and came and went, and it was just they just did a lot of that. We're still doing the Jungle Boy and Christian thing, which I think they should have ended months ago. It seems like they've been going forever,
man.
And the feud is just not that interesting.
No, it's not.
Honestly,
Christian came out acting like his arm was broken after he wasn't in there for months, and pepper sprayed him. It wasn't even pepper spray. Just sprayed him with some perfume or something. Sprayed him with some bod.
So yeah, with some axe. So sometimes you gotta learn to let go and move on, I think, and then sometimes I don't know when to move on.
Yeah.
So, what do you think I can do to improve? I have a few things here, but
I mean,
how can they survive the summer?
It's hard, man. It's really hard to say. I mean, I really just think that they just need to just,
Well,
I see. I'm spinning my wheels right now, so I think AEW really need to, push the, I guess you could say, stories. Don't make them seem so like soap opera-y.
Okay. So, well, one of the notes that I have here is MJF needs to like bring it way down. Like right now, I think there's a time and a place to be like crazy and like unhinged
and personal the way he has been.
But right now, like, first of all, his first match with Bryan Danielson is a 60-minute Ironman match.
The first time they face off, they're gonna face off for 60 minutes.
Yeah, 60-minute Ironman match.
Like that's a little much, man.
That is their first match.
At least give him a singles match, or
first let him have like a little, like a singles, or like if you wanted like an ODQ, and then like
absolutely
work your way to the 60 minutes, man. That's a long match.
Yeah,
that's like to finish a feud.
The first time they fight is the first time they're finishing the feud. Like, like come on, man. Like, and also another thing, not to compare AEW with WWE, but I mean you have to in a sense, you know what I mean, because it's both sports entertainment, it's both wrestling. Mm-hmm. A lot of AEW is just a bunch of spot moves that are cool looking. Mm-hmm. But there's no technical wrestling. Like, there's no, like, ground and pound. Like, get down there, grapple with people, show strength. It's just like, here, I'm going to throw you off the ropes, and I'm going to run off the ropes, and then I'm going to cuss at you. And, like, you know what I mean? It's just, like, it doesn't feel like wrestling. It's more just, like, hillbilly ballet at this point.
Yeah, that's a great point because we're talking about this Wardlow and Hobbs match, and it's gonna be like, I hope to see like, I don't think they should go for like 15 minutes. I think they should have like a 5-minute match where they just like beat the crap out of each
Literally,
other.
absolutely.
But I don't think that's gonna be the case. They're gonna have Wardlow like do a dive and do like a Hurricane Rana, and like,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry, but like, whenever Randy Orton started, he was doing like planchas off the third rope, and somebody said, "Dude, you need to stop doing that.
Yeah, man.
Like, you're too damn tall.
It's not a good look
Jumping
right now.
off, like,
Yeah.
and it's cool to see an athletic big guy. You know, The Undertaker is like a pioneer of like athletic big guys.
He would jump off like over the top rope.
Yeah, he would do
onto
like
people.
the dive, and then he would do like the, you know, of course, like the old school is actually like a crazy move. He walks it tightrope.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, he's like Commander before Commander.
Yeah, straight up.
So like there's a time and a place for that. Of course, there's not a lot of working big men in AEW that actually work like big men. So yeah, I think that toning down the athletic matches and having, you know, like a mix of like, hey, you know, like these guys are doing this, these guys are doing this, because at this point WWE can deliver in those athletic matches too. So like, how are you making yourself stand out if the wrestling is not it?
Yeah, literally, absolutely. Man.
And if every guy in the roster can do a freaking Canadian Destroyer, then like, you know, what are we doing here? The other thing is utilize your talent, like your veterans, and utilize them better. Stop, you know, Chris Jericho's there to put people over. I'm sorry, he's not there to like be the star.
He's been winning his matches against young talent. Like, what the hell's going on?
He needs to, yeah, I mean, of course, like, don't let him lose everything, but like, he needs to be putting people over, man.
He does. He's at that point in his career. He needs to put people over.
And then the only other thing, you know, commit to like, are you gonna be more like a serious sport, or are you gonna be more like an entertainment show? Decide one or the other.
Yep.
If you want to be more like sports, then great. Then, you know, then get rid of like the silly characters. And if you're gonna be like regular wrestling, or you're gonna be a variety show, then just commit to being a variety show.
Yep, absolutely.
Because I'm sorry, but it takes me out when I see John Moxley cutting like a fire promo, and then like next segment is like Orange Cassidy with his hands in his pocket,
Just
like,
running off the ropes and like, it's just dragging sometimes, man.
Yeah.
It's just like, why? I know why this is on TV, but like, why is this on TV?
And
like,
listen, we're ragging on them a lot, but I still enjoy
constructive
the show.
criticism.
I still enjoy watching AEW. I like how different it can be from WWE sometimes. I like that if WWE is not doing great, I can just go over here and see what's going on over here. All of that, I want them to be here for like a long time.
Yeah.
Forever, you know, even. But there's a lot of work to be done, for sure.
For
over
sure,
there.
man. Yeah, absolutely.
The only other thing is that they have all of ROH. They have the library, they have the titles, they have the company. So just start treating the ROH title like a freaking world title.
Absolutely, man. Don't treat it like it's just some...
Like a mid-card title. Man.
Absolutely.
And listen, man, we love the mid-card here. This is the mid-card Midwest.
Midwest mid-card. We are Midwest
Yeah,
mid-card.
so listen. We like them. I'm all about the mid-card, but come on, man. Like...
It's literally called the Ring of Honor World Title.
Yeah.
Treat it like a world title. You're treating it kind of like a Cruiserweight Championship right now.
Yeah, like, and like, let me ask
Not
you
to
this.
diss the Cruiserweights.
Who's the ROH champion?
Right now?
Well, there you go. There's your answer. It's Claudio. Claudio Cesaro.
Bro, he was on AEW Dark, bro, whenever we went to the show.
He was on Dark.
Come on, man.
Man,
So was Matt Hardy.
yeah, I forgot Matt Hardy was in the company.
Bro, yeah, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, you see where we're going?
And listen,
People, give us your thoughts. Tell us what you think. If you think that AEW can do something different to improve, please let us know. You know, let them know in the comments. Something.
yeah, send me a tweet.
Please. Add us.
And I feel like I'm gonna get like, well, we're gonna get like response from some AEW fans potentially, hopefully, and they're not gonna be happy. But
Let us know how you feel, because we don't give a shit. That's
Listen,
why we're here.
I hope that around this time next year, or even like in a month from now, we're having the same conversation about WWE. I hope that that's
Absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
because after a month, WrestleMania,
yeah.
It's after WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's just easy to like fall into that.
They have to figure out what to do after that.
And even now, like the show this week wasn't even that great either.
Nope, spinning their wheels.
Yeah. So come on, we can do better.
Come on. But
Vince, get out of the freaking booking chair.
Get the hell out of there.
Tony, stop being such a fucking mark.
Fucking Tony, bitch ass Mark.
Triple H, you're doing a great job, man.
You're killing it,
Yeah,
brother.
I mean,
You
we
really
love
are,
you. Yeah,
man.
I mean-
we love you.
If you want to give me a job, I'm here. Just give me a call. You know where to find me. So yeah, I mean, anything else for AEW?
Do better. That's it. That's
Yeah.
all that I have, man.
And my wild prediction is that if they do good enough and they can clean up their act, maybe they can do a collaboration with WWE.
Ooh.
Maybe one day.
Okay, let's go.
I feel like Triple H will be down for it.
I mean, we'll see.
I mean, he will be down. You know, he would be.
You know, it kind of be like that'd be cool to like, you know. So WWE, ECW, and like Invasion.
Yeah.
AEW, WWE Invasion, like, you know, I mean, I'd be okay with that.
I just want to do that collab, man. I think it's possible to do.
Because you can get Moxley in there, go in there, you know, work Rollins.
Yeah.
Or work, you know, Roman if he doesn't retire.
He's not. I don't know.
Who he said it?
Zach said that he's not gonna retire.
At Zach White, what'd you say, bro?
He said he's gonna retain the title.
Zach really thinks.
He said he's going for 1,000 days.
Okay. I like that, actually.
You think so?
That's not a bad.
I can see it. I'm kind of like at a point where I'm like, yeah, just let him keep the title.
I mean, honestly.
It's crazy, man.
Now I'm pretty happy, speaking of Roman and titles. So I told you today that, you know, so you guys know, as Carlos said, I'm a big figure mark, as you can't tell. I got the titles for Roman today to complete my Roman.
Yeah, you got the Universal and the WWE
Yeah,
Championship.
man. I was pretty happy about that.
That's pretty cool, man. I'm really happy for you. Spending your money on that, really? Just kidding.
Wrestling.
No, man.
Live, laugh, love, and wrestle.
So that's it for another episode. Kind of a lengthy one. Well, a little bit longer than the other episodes, probably. But if you stuck around, thank you for sticking around. You know, we're here. We're still here. We're going to keep going. Next week, we have a regular episode. And then the week after that, just so you guys know, maybe, you know, we got a little bit of a treat. I won't tell you right now, but hopefully it comes out good.
What's the treat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait for that one, actually.
I had to point
Let's go.
out something. So yeah, we're still here. Thank you for listening, watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure
We're not done.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, you got something else.
You think I forgot,
I was
bro?
doing closings, man.
To end the show, we're going to put my friend and host here, Carlos, to the test. As I have my little game that I like to call Who's That Wrestler?
I like for the audio listeners, if you heard him, that was him unfolding a piece of paper that he had in his pocket.
Old school in it. Yeah, I did this on lunch today, man.
Yeah.
All right. So, I got 5 wrestlers here.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you 3 hints apiece.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me who you think it is.
Okay. I'm ready.
That's it.
3 hints?
3 hints.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
First wrestler. Signed with WWF in the year 2000. Second hint. Had a tag team in the beginning of his career named the Minnesota Stretching Crew.
I already know who this is. Give me the third hint.
Third hint. Second fastest pro wrestler to win the WWE title since his debut.
This is Brock Lesnar. I knew with the first when you said WWF 2000, I was like, this is Brock Lesnar.
Good job. That is correct. All right. Wrestler number 2. Debuted in WWE in 2004. Was a very special nephew of Eric Bischoff.
What the hell?
Clue number 3. defeated Jonathan Coachman at Bad Blood in 2004.
A nephew of Eric Bischoff? He debuted in the WWE?
2004.
What the hell?
There's some key words there.
Nephew. Jonathan Coachman. Nephew. I have no... Is this Snitsky?
No, it's not Snitsky. We're not out here punting babies.
Who is it?
Final answer?
Wait. Oh my god, who is that? Nephew?
I'll read you the second clue again.
Yeah.
He was a very special nephew of Eric Bischoff.
Oh my god, is this Eugene?
Let's go.
Nick Dinsmore, man? What the hell? Damn, bro.
I'm telling you, I got some this week. That is correct.
Eugene.
Yeah, I didn't realize they defeated Coachman at Bad Blood in 2004.
That's crazy.
I didn't realize. I mean,
that's what threw me off. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, man. Jonathan Coachman. All right, wrestler number 3. Debuted in 2012. Was a cruiserweight champion. Got fired for sexual allegations.
What the fuck? Cruiserweight champion. Is this... Why would you put him on there? Is this the Brian Kendrick?
Nope.
They didn't get fired for that. Sexual allegations. This could be anybody, man. Wrestlers are pretty terrible.
Y'all are wild.
Um,
It's not Brian Kendrick. You get one more answer.
That's throwing me off so much that he was a cruiserweight title. Cruiserweight champion?
Cruiserweight champion, debuted 2012, fired for sexual allegations.
The Velveteen Dream? I don't know. Who is it?
Enzo Amore.
Oh my gosh. How did I forget that?
Emily.
I forgot he was a cruiserweight champion.
Yep, it's the only title he won, and they
Oh
never
my
won the tag
gosh.
team titles, man.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You know, Big Cass is on AEW.
Yep, I know.
He's on MLW, you know, Enzo. Major League Wrestling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a regular there.
Going to meet him, actually.
Yeah.
March 11th, big time wrestling.
Are you pretty hyped
Let's
about
go, bro. Get to meet Sting, too. Oh, man, I'm so ready.
that? You got 2 more?
Yep, 2 more.
Okay.
Wrestler number 4. He was an ECW original. He did not want to win titles while he was in ECW. He was also in TNA.
Dude, this could be anybody. Is this Tommy Dreamer?
Good job.
Okay. He won
Yeah.
He won the ECW title 2010 or 9? maybe?
Because he won the title because people kept leaving.
Yeah.
He didn't want to win titles. He just wanted to be what he was.
Did he win it on the original ECW?
Yeah, he did. If I'm wrong,
Just leave a comment.
just leave me a comment. Yeah, just let us know what's going on. But yeah, I do believe that he did win it in the original. But like I said, I'm not sure.
I watched it was Extreme Rules 2009, actually. He won the ECW title. It was like a 3-way. He won the Big Ray ECW title when they like
nice.
changed it to the
Oh
side.
yeah, sick.
Yeah,
man.
that was no good.
Oh, that one was dumb. The one that Matt Hardy had,
Yeah.
the silver one.
That is Matt Hardy's title. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, facts. Seriously,
Ezekiel Jackson was the last ECW
the last
champion.
like badass title one.
No, he was the last.
Oh, the last.
The last ECW
wow,
champion.
random.
Whenever the company ended, or that brand, whatever you want to call it.
All right, last and final wrestler.
Okay.
He debuted in WWF in 1998. He defeated Draws in his first match.
Don't tell me an next hint. Is this D'Lo Brown?
Nope.
Okay, continue. Next hint.
You know, this next hint could have been D'Lo Brown. He was a European champion. He was never in TNA, but he was in ECW, WCW, and AEW.
In 98?
98.
Where did he debut? WWE?
WWF in 1998, yep.
ECW, never TNA. Is this Chris Jericho?
Nope.
Okay, hold on. 98. Is this Christian?
Nope.
Who else
All right.
Oh, I know. No BS, Paul White.
Nope.
Oh, damn it.
Still wrong.
I don't know.
All right. Was never in TNA, but was in WCW, ECW, and AEW. He's been in all the brands.
Who was in AEW? I'm trying to think of
I'm honestly surprised that you don't have this.
Jeff
number.
Hardy. No, Jeff was in TNA too, and Matt.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, who is this? Who has been to like every? Punk has been to. Punk was never in WWF.
If you give up, just let me know.
I already said Christian, right?
You said, yep.
I don't know. Is it Gangrel?
I wish, my boy.
Who is it?
William Regal.
Oh my gosh.
William
Damn.
Regal, man.
That was the okay. Yeah, I would have never gotten.
Yeah.
William Regal, man.
Yep. Telling you.
He was never in TNA. I think he's back in WWE now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Just doing backstage stuff.
Yeah.
Is that the last one?
Yep. Last one.
Oh man.
So you got Eugene Wright, Brock Lesnar, and Tommy Dreamer. 3 out of 5. That's not bad. I respect
That's pretty
it.
good, man.
Hell yeah.
That was fun.
Absolutely. That was
Yeah, I was trying to wrap my head around. The Brock one was easy, but they gradually got more difficult.
good. Yeah. Well, I didn't know you knew the Minnesota stretching crew.
Oh yeah, I knew. That's like a weird wrestling nerd thing. Yeah.
Yep. Him and Shelton Benjamin.
They were like roommates.
The greatest mid-carder of all time.
Yeah, they were roommates.
Because you could call Rob Van Dam a mid-carder, but he won the titles, so.
He was WWE champion and ECW
And
champion.
at the same
Do you know that
time.
when he won the WWE championship, he was an ECW champion? Paul Heyman gave him the title on the first episode of ECW.
Just handed it to him?
Yeah.
What? He didn't have to win it?
No.
What the hell?
I know. I could have sworn he was already the champion. For some reason, I thought he walked into like One Night Stand as the champion. No,
Damn, man.
he wasn't.
No,
Because okay, and it makes sense because there wasn't an ECW before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
ECW started after.
Yeah,
One Night
because he
Stand.
faced John Cena.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Bro, John Cena got so much hate, bro. He literally had to be police escorted out of the building because people were hating on that dude.
Yeah, but Heyman handed him the title. He's like, "Here's the ECW championship."
Wow.
He's like, "Well, I want to keep the other one too."
So here you are.
Yeah.
You get both.
Yeah, pretty silly. Well, I like that segment, man. That was good stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, now we can do our closing.
Closing time. Closing time.
So, I am Carlos. I am Eric Carlos 97 everywhere. That's Twitter, TikTok. I guess Instagram if you want to follow me there. You don't really want to follow me there. I am also on Be Real. I don't know. You know what Be Real is?
It's a rapper, right?
No. You're thinking of Real One. You're thinking of Enzo again. Yeah, I am Eric Carlos 97.
It's your boy B-Dog. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, basically anywhere. I have all social medias at grownassbaby26.
Yeah. So we are the Midwest Midcard everywhere.
Thanks for tuning in.
TikTok, Instagram,
YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts, man.
They're
YouTube
hitting.
They're hitting.
We're getting love from YouTube Shorts. We appreciate that.
You get some crazy audience on YouTube Shorts, man. It's weird. It's weird how the algorithm works.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, we got the shorts over there. You can listen to us on YouTube. You can watch the video, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and then Amazon Music too. If you want to listen to Amazon Music, if you're a weirdo.
Thanks for tuning in, listening, watching, and we'll see you next week.